My name is Jennifer Reese, and I am the owner of Pennsylvania Coatings, a Southern California subcontractor, but I'm also the founder of eJoist, which is our sponsor today. eJoist is an online bidding platform for architects, general contractors, and subcontractors. You can post bids, send invitations to bid, send and receive bids, compare same trade scope, and we have a patent pending apples to apples tool. So today I have a guest, Sean Donnelly with KPRs Construction. Good morning,
Hello.
Sean.
Good morning.
Sean, tell us a little bit about yourself, your industry experience, and your time with KPRs.
Sure. Currently, I'm on my 5th year with KPRs. I work in the multifamily division as a project manager, and I've been in construction most of my life, full time, I guess, for over 25 years now.
Sometime.
And been in various parts of construction, multifamily for the last 10 years. Did single family housing. I worked for a couple general engineering contractors. So a lot of different types of construction experience.
Yeah, you've been in it for a minute, that's for sure.
Yes.
You mentioned multifamily with KPRs. What other kind of projects does KPRs do?
Let's see. We build hotels, tenant improvements, tilt-ups, hospitality. What else is there for construction? I know I'm missing some stuff. Yeah, we're well-rounded, do a lot of different things, but I'm in the little multifamily bubble, which is actually a pretty big bubble. No, it's not. It's a pretty big bubble for KPRs.
It is a big bubble. Do you know at KPRs, are a lot of their jobs negotiated, or do they competitively bid?
It's both.
Both.
We're involved in both. Yeah, a lot of negotiated stuff with repeat customers for sure.
Okay, that's great. Is there a particular project or group of projects or type of projects that you're most proud of?
Well, probably the first project I was involved in at KPRs, which was the Beacon in Long Beach, 350 plus units. That's where we met. And 7-story building, a 4-story building, 2 levels of garage on a podium. It's pretty big project in Long Beach, and the ownership won a lot of awards for that project. So pretty proud of the work we did there for sure.
Yeah, it was a beautiful project.
Yes,
came together well.
Yes, it did.
So you've been in the construction industry a minute. I've been in it since 1998, so combined quite a bit of experience. I started my construction experience in home building. I worked for a little company that rhymes with Plenar, and
I think I've heard of them.
Right, you've heard of them, yeah. Bidding in those days looked a lot different. There were big sets of plans, big rolls of plans.
I remember.
Thick books of specifications, and then it turned into
lots of printing costs.
Yeah, oh my gosh, the printing costs were astounding. And then Plenar started putting things onto disk, which was a move in a certain direction. And then eventually FTP site, and then we're to where we are today, where there are apps and things like that. And so the industry has moved along technologically. And I remember in those days, because I was part of the team that rolled out this technology, I remember there was a great debate as to whether or not they could get the subcontractors to come along with them.
Sure.
And I think that in construction, there is this relationship that's valuable and important between general contractors and subcontractors,
no
but
question.
also a need for technology. First, tell me how important is that relationship to a general contractor with the sub?
But it's the most important. I mean, we can't build our projects without good subcontractors.
Yeah,
We don't perform. KPRs does not self-perform any work, so it's
100%
essential.
so.
We'd be out of business without people like you.
Right.
There's
when
no question how important that relationship is.
Critical, important, right? Of
Yes.
importance. So when KPRS, or really any company that you've been with, has changed things, is there a fear that the subcontractors may not embrace it?
You know, it's been a while since, you know, you talked about moving from plans to discs, and I lived through all that, and I can't, back then I can't really recall what the sub reaction was. I know it was definitely it bounced back and forth between who had the power between sub and contractor, depending on the economic times.
There you
That's
go.
what I remember. You know, some people are willing to pay for things in bad times. Yeah, I need to bid all your stuff. I'm not getting any work. I need to bid everything. So the GC had a little leg up on that. But, you know, if you've got good relationships back then, which I did too, you know, you worked through those things. So I didn't really see or see any negative impact in that way.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that answers your question.
Yeah. Do you think that those points that you made still apply as technological advances come up?
I don't think so. It's so easy. You just go get the plans online, and if you want to get them printed for estimating, then you get them printed. If you don't want to get them printed,
so it's
I
been
remember
fully
we also
embraced,
used to have
the online technology. So when you
made
go
life
to
way easier.
base something, you've not received any pushback?
No.
That's awesome.
No, it's if a sub, you know, there is definitely subs out there that are a little technologically challenged, and if we have a good relationship with them, you know, sometimes we'll help them out, help them along the way. You know, it's give and take, and if they perform great in the field, but they're a little technologically challenged, we'll help them along with that, and I do that personally, actually.
Right. It's great. Good feedback. Are there any subs right now that you would say it's been a little thin, we could use a few extra?
I could always use extra concrete bids.
Okay.
You know, flat work and podium over pour. Waterproofing is usually light, and windows. Those are the three that kind of immediately come to mind.
Okay, there you go. Subs, you're looking for some work, hit up KPRS. Thank you so much for being with me, Sean. I've learned a lot. I appreciate letting us learn a little bit about yourself, your company, what you guys are doing, what you're excited about doing. Appreciate your time, and I'll let you get back to your work. Thank you.
Jennifer, thank you. Have a great day.